keyword static will be used. Storage memory, not registered. Storage is memory. Default initial value is 0, not garbage. Scope within block in which variable is defined. Life till the control remains in the block in which it is defined. Scope, there is change. Value of variable remains persist. Value of variable remains persist during different function call. Class, there is change here. Keyword is static in a static storage class. Storage is memory, not registered. Default initial value is 0, not garbage. Scope, value of variable remains persist. Persist means preserve. Value of variable remains persist during different function calls. Life till the control remains in the block in which variable is defined. So this is the feature of static storage class. One question on this feature. One more question on this feature. What is the meaning of scope here? So there is question on it. Void main increment void increment auto int a equal to 1. printf %d a I equal to, sorry, there is a here is a you may write I equal to I plus 1. And close. Class, here we may see void main increment is a function because there is a small bracket parenthesis. So this is function, this is function, this is function. Main is itself function. Main is a user defined. This increment function is also user defined because we have defined increment function is here. So class, when program execution starts with main, so control start with here, go to here. When control go to here, this increment function will be executed. So when control go to here, indirectly control will be here. So control is here, auto int I equal to 1. I is 1 and you printed I here. Here is a auto. This is the storage class. This is the data type. This is the variable. This is the constant. The %d print I. I has 1. So 1 will be printed here. and I equal to I plus 1. I's value becomes 2 here. So here output is 1. Here output is 1. Here output is 1. And I's value becomes 2. When control again go to there, control will be here. Again this function is called. In this situation, auto int I equal to 1. Again value will be printed 1. You may think I's value is 2, but not, because its value is washed. When control return, then I again becomes I equal to 1. When you will be there, I again become I equal to 1, not 2, because value of variable is not persist here. Here is a auto storage class. The value of variable is not persist here. Every time when you call function, I becomes 1. I becomes 1. When you print I, you will get 1. Again you have call it, again I equal to 1 and value will be printed 1. Here I will be 2. When control returns here again, then 2 will washed. 2 will be washed. But class, suppose this is not auto. Suppose this is a static. Now what will be the output? Suppose this is a static storage class. Then what will be the output? Control start program execution start with main. Control when will be here, then it return control to this point. Indirectly static int I equal to 1 will be printed here, and I equal to I plus 1, value becomes 2. When this control return to there and control go to there, again control, when control go to there, indirectly control will be here, again value int I equal to 1. No, in this scenario value will be 2, because static has some feature. Because static has a feature, value of variable remains preserved during different function call. So in previous function value will be 2, I's value will be 2, but when you call second times this function, so it will be not 1, it start with 2. So this time when you call second times, value will be 2. When you call 3 times, then 2 will I equal to 2 plus 1 3. When you call third times, value will be 3, because here is a static storage class. Static storage class. Last, external storage class. External storage class. Keyword is a extern. We use keyword extern for external storage class. Storage is memory, not in register. Register is also memory. It is the smallest memory and fastest memory. So storage in a memory, not in register. Default initial value is 0, not garbage. Scope is global scope. It has global scope. Life till the program does not come to end. जब तक प्रोग्राम बंद नहीं हो जाता तब तक इसकी लाइफ होती है. Till the program does not come to end. So it has many questions on this. on this. So we are going to describe questions on this. Int a, printf %d a class. What will be the output? Here a have nothing assigned. Int a, there is no constant assigned to a. So by default this is auto storage class. Auto has by default value garbage. So garbage will be printed here. When you write register, register int a, printf %da is assigned nothing. By storage class is register. By default a have garbage because register has by default value garbage. So here finally printed a, here %d print a as a garbage value. Garbage means nothing. Garbage means undesired value. Suppose you write here static. Static has by default value 0. So static int a is assigned nothing. So by default value a have 0. So here printed 0, not garbage. Suppose this is extern int a. Extern storage class has by default value, default initial value is 0, not garbage. So here 0 will be printed in case of extern storage class. Now class int a comma void main comma printf %d a, printf %da increment function which is called here, again increment decrement main is closed here. Increment defined as follows here, void increment a equal to a plus 1 printf %d a is closed here. There is no space, so we are writing program this side. Void decrement, this is increment. Now for decrement, void decrement, not increment. This function is defined here, a equal to a minus 1, here a equal to a plus 1, here a equal to a minus 1, printf %d a. This one. So what will be the output? Class, here int a is declared before the main. So int a becomes global variable. Global means external storage class is there. By default this is the global. There is no need to mention external here, external keyword, because you declared int a before the main. So any variable declared before the main becomes the global variable. There is no need to mention the external keyword. So int a is already becomes the global because it declared before the main. So it will be visible for all functions in the program. when a variable becomes global, it will be visible for all functions, for all lines. At each lines it will be the visible. Its scope for all lines and all functions. So it will be present here, it will be present here, it will be present here. So int a, program execution start with main, so control start with here, printf %da, and a has by default value 0 because it is global, because it is external source class, it is global. So a has value 0, so 0 is printed here. There is no value assigned to it, but it is global variable, it is external source class, it has by default value 0. So when you print the %da, 0 will be printed. When control comes to increment function, this control directed to this point where it is defined. So control directed to here I equal to I plus 1, sorry, here a equal to a plus 1, a value is 0, a value is by default 0, 0 plus 1, 1, %d print a, value will be here a, or here printed 1. Again when control comes to this increment, value will be incremented further, so value will be 1 plus 1, 2. So this time value printed 2, means here is the output. First time 0, second times 1. When function increment is called, again value will be 2. When decrement function called, 2 minus 1, value 2 is a's value is 2, 2 minus 1, that is 1, 1 will be printed here. When decrement function is called again, so again it will be decremented, so value is 1. Right now a value is 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 0 will be a, and this % print a, that is the 0. So output will be 0, 1, 2, 1, 0. This program, class again, int a is declared before the main, so int a becomes the global variable. Global variable present everywhere in the program, means global variable has scope everywhere. Any one function, any one line, any one printf, any one operation can use global variable, and its update will reflect everywhere. Here is 0, by default value is 0 here, here is 0, here is incremented to 1, again incremented to 2, decremented, then value becomes 1, again decremented, value becomes 0. So output is 0, 1, 2, 1, 0. Next question, void main here int x equal to 10. So this is global variable declare before main. Class here printf %d 2 times %d x comma y, x comma y, and here int y equal to 20. Class B में से here int x equal to 10 declare the before the main, so x is a global variable. Int y equal to 20, it is also declared after main, it is also declared outside main. So int y is also global variable. So when you print %d x comma y, output there will be error. This %d print this x, this %d print this y. So x value is 10, so 10 will be printed here, y value has 20, so 20 will be printed here, but there is an error because you are using y before declaration. You have to first declare the variable, then you can use that variable. Here class, you are using y before the declaration of y. You are declaring y after outside main, and you are using the y before its declaration. So there will be error here. Here output generates the error. So to remove error, we have to make some change in the program. So you have to write extern int y. Now class, error is removed here. Class program execution start with here. Go to control this line, and control go to printf. Printf print x value is 10. Here is 10 and here is 20. In this program, now there is no error. In this program, now there is no error. This x is a global variable declared before the main, declare the outside main. This y is also global variable, declare the outside main. And if you remove this line, there will be error, because you are using y before declaring the y. You are using the y before declaring the y. You are declaring the y before you are declaring the y after use. That's why there is a error. So you have to put this statement, extern int y. Why you are using extern for y? Because this y is a global. This y is declared outside the main. So this y is a global. That's why you have to put storage class here, extern int y. Now this program is working properly. Last question. Suppose class, this is a program. Here int x equal to 10. Here int x equal to 20. This is the global variable. This x is a global variable. This x is a local variable. For this printf, x has two values, 10 and 20. Which value will be printed? Local variable given preference over global variable when there is a clash. When there is a clash between local and global variable, local variable get preference over the global variable. So this printf has two values for x equal to 10 and x equal to 20. Which x will be printed here? X equal to 20, because this x is the nearest to printf. Second things, this is the local variable and this is the global variable. So output will be 20 here. Output will be 20 here, not 10. Local variable gets preference over global variable, and x equal to 20 is nearest to printf. That's why x equal to 20 is considered for this printf function.